Hey guys, Tucker from Pork Police and Mando. I got a sweet review today. So this is the O-Sight S. It's a new sight coming out. You'll see it at SHOT Show 2025. This is an innovative red dot sight with the charger attached to the holster. And I'm ready to show you guys today. All right, let's hop into this packaging here. So the packaging is really nice. It comes with every screw you're going to need, which is really, really nice. Also comes with a cloth bag. Has your little tool, your lanyard, your charging cable, stuff like that. Has your manuals, your safety warnings. So the tool here has a nice little skull face on it, and then it has your actual adjusting piece, and then your up, down, left, right. And it comes with a nice torque sheet, which is really, really nice. A lot of times you got to dig through that manual to try to find that torque spec. This here tells you what it is. All right, so it's hopped into the optic here. The optic itself is quite small, but it has a good wide pane of glass. The charging port's on top right there, which I really like. I do like that the charging port can be swapped from either side. As you can see, the glass is quite large and doesn't have too big of an outer rim on it, and it's quite clear. As you can see, the lights, that's on full brightness. It's as bright as it can possibly be. It's a little too bright, as all of them usually are. So here's your little charging block. I love this little thing. So this little charging block here is universal. You can pop it on one way or the other way. It doesn't really matter. Cool part is when you stick it on, it has a nice little magnet effect to it, where it clicks. And then your indicator comes up on top. You got your 0, 25, 50, 75. Kind of lets you know your battery life. So when you look down your hip, you do know what you're at. And I do love that this thing is USB-C. So everything's kind of going USB-C nowadays. Quick, fast, easy chargers are accessible everywhere. So I wanted to mention the screws here. This little box screws they send with you. O-Sight sends you every single screw you're going to need. Massive benefit. So it's going to use a Delta Point Pro style mount, which has those 4 little holes and then the 4 little knobs. And I love this style mount because you don't got to worry about being crooked or sideways. Once you get the holes lined up, it's pretty much flush and set. You just drop the screws in, you're good to go. So I'm using M4 screws for this, and the torque spec is 17 inch-pounds. I'd recommend getting blue Loctite and getting one of these torque wrenches if you're going to run an optic, because you're going to know exactly what torque you're at. It'll beep at you. It's a great tool to have. So here's it on the pistol. It's not too small, not too big. It has no overhang. This is a Canik Rival SFX. Now, this is a larger handgun. I'm a bigger guy, and I was worried about the size of the thing. It looks like it fits well, has a good profile to it, and it has those backup iron sights, which seems like they're in line with the front iron sights. That's a big benefit for someone like me. So here we are at the range. Sorry about the target being red there. They only had one that was red to offer. So rules of the range here were no firing through the camera lens, obviously understandable. So I wanted to give you guys a good picture. As you can see, there's the regular dot, then there's a circle, then here's me the circle with the dot inside. And then I'm going to be showing you guys kind of the up and down brightness. So there's from lowest up to highest, and then back from high to low. Thing gets extremely bright, and indoors it is bright. So out at the range, this thing performed beautifully. Just fast, clear sight picture with the 2 MOA dot and the 32 MOA circle. I really thought I was going to end up using the dot more, but I ended up using the circle the most. For hog hunting, it's not about just being accuracy, it's about getting lead in bodies because it's a dangerous situation. So I switched over to that circle sight, and I was loving it. I was loving being able to just put the circle on where I want it and watching the shells just dump into it. It performed phenomenally. So here you can see the target's just chewed up, and this is my second box of 200 rounds. I was just burning through shells here. I mean, couldn't get me out of the place. I was just having too much fun with it. To highlight that drawability here, like I was saying earlier, you just click the thing on, and then boom, as soon as you pull it, pops right off. And honestly, in 500 rounds, I had zero snag ups, and I did a bunch of drawing from the holster. So here's a more neutral, straight up and down pull, comes right off. And then in the second clip here, it's a little bit more of a forward push with the draw, and I still kind of had no issues with it. So I was enjoying it. All right, guys, we're back in the office. Kind of want to go over the specifications to wrap this up. So this is a shakeaway scope. It is a 2 MOA dot with a 32 MOA circle. Has 3 different reticle types. So you got your dot, you got your circle with the dot, and then you got a circle itself. Multiple different brightness levels. So the optic itself is 20,000 hours of battery with full brightness. Has backup sights on here, up, down, left, right, typical stuff. Little charging block here, takes about an hour and a half to charge. Has the indicator on top. Once you pop it on, tells you what the percentage is. It does take USB-C, and it is universal, so you can't pop it any way around. Another goal mention is it is a waterproof unit, and it is drop safe from about 1 meter. So it has some awesome benefits. And like I said, there's a million different options out there for when you're going to pick a pistol optic, a million different options for different reasons you're going to pick one. And when it comes down to a hunter like me, we're already using batteries all night. We're using thermals and night vision, flashlights all night. So my secondary, I need to be really, really reliable. And when it comes to it, I wasn't liking any any red dot when it came to it. I hadn't ran it for about 5 years now. And then when Osight came out with this, I was like, you know what? This is going to change the game for me. Now I can have a reliable system where all I got to worry about is this being charged, and it's a USB-C. It's super simple. It's an iPad charger. It's a new iPhone charger. Super easy. And a lot of times the biggest complaint for me is having to take the thing apart, put a watch battery in it, put it back together, and then go test it at the range. They say, oh, you could take the battery out and put it back on and it'll keep the zero. I don't trust that. I'm trusting this with my life. So I want to make sure I can just keep the sucker on and have to just remove this to charge it. So like I said, this thing it's incredible. And I've put 500 rounds through it, used it for about a week now, and it's taken beating. No scratches. Looks beautiful. Looks brand new. Just love the thing. So guys, there's going to be a link down below with some information on it if you want to get a hold of one yourself. And then if you can, just leave a like or comment or subscribe, help the algorithm out. YouTube really doesn't like firearms, and they really don't like firearm optics. So if you could help us out, that'd be appreciated. Thank you, guys.